Hello, hello. It's good to be back. It's a few days later than I usually am, but that's okay. I've been busy and I know that you have too, most likely. So, I hope everybody's having a great day, a great week. I'm Anna Carroll, the concierge therapist. I tap into the collective energy and see what everybody's feeling, what needs to come forward, and then I do hypnotherapy at the last segment of this. So if you are watching or listening, make sure you don't do the hypnotherapy if you're driving or operating machinery. You can simply come back at any time you wish. Now let's get into it. Okay, so what has been coming to me and to collective energy, things that I've been discussing with people even just today. You are in your stop chasing era. Your stop fighting what's to come, stop chasing, stop clawing, trying to get to where you want to go. You have simply laid down the sword. I mean, not to the oppositions, right? Not to, the negativity, but you're laying it down when it comes to God and the universe and saying, I simply surrender at this point. I have planted the seeds, I've watered, I've nurtured, I've led the horse to water, everything, whatever you've been doing. And it's just time to simply walk away and let nature, God, and the universe do its thing. You are a co-creator, right? And so you've shown up, you've done your part. Time to walk away and get some rest for all that hard work you've been doing and let it go and let God and the universe do its job to help co-create with you and let that sunshine hit you. Let that all the stuff come up rising from the ground, the earth, let your magnet just shine in all of its glory and let everything just kind of come to you, right? You're just sitting there on your throne, poised, confident, and really just knowing that good things are ahead. They're coming your way. They're already on the way here. It's like in transit. Track the package. It's going to be here real quick. Okay. All right. So in that, you are saying that I have faith. And let's just be honest. A lot of people going through hard times during 2024 and 2025. And we saw things that were coming with that, like, patience, but faith was a big one. Faith was a big test to see if you could make it over that big hump of all the stuff that was going on. And you did, right? You either did or you didn't. And if you're here, you did, okay? So you said, I have the faith. Now, let's embody that faith. And so, things that you can do to embody that faith. Looking at my notes, sorry, where I made all these notes. So, let's talk about embodying the elements. Those will help you, embody that, your temple, your body, stepping into that and taking care of that. Because I imagine a lot of you have been very career focused and have been, going through family stuff or going through health stuff, whatever it may be. But so we're getting brought back to the body, back to the temple. Okay, and so ways to embody that faith, ways to take care of the body is to think about the elements. And the elements is something we work on in Qigong and Tai Chi. And I'm actually doing a live class on this channel tonight at 6 p.m. Central Time if you want to check in. I'm not even sure if this video will be loaded by that time, but you can always go back and watch it, okay? But we work with the elements. We work with breath. And so you know, I think about when embodying the fire element. Okay, well, for one thing, we've got Year of the Fire Horse, action, right? Another thing, though, is I do want to say when we're talking about fire that I think the majority of people have too much heat in their body. You know, they wake up and the first thing in the morning, they put hot coffee in their system, very acidic. Maybe somebody, if you're a smoker, you're smoking, you know, hot foods all day. Anger causes heat, blood pressure, you know, all those kind of things. So when you're thinking about, you know, fire energy, think about, okay, well, if you don't have enough heat in you, there's some ways to put it in you. I don't recommend smoking, and I'm not really even a fan of coffee because what it does to our guts, but warm, good teas, warm, healthy soups, stuff like that. Things that don't make your blood sugar just go like this and make you gain weight and all that kind of stuff, throwing off your gut health. But if you do feel like you've been having a lot of fire in your body, I want to show you a way I just saw on YouTube the other day. I can't remember who it was, but they were teaching how to cool the body with breath. And they were simply just rolling their tongue. Now, you can do it like that, or I just like to actually tuck my tongue back in and I do a little roll like that. And then I breathe in through the mouth nice and slow while holding that position with my tongue. And you can actually feel it going all the way down nice and slow. And then release it through your nose. And you will feel that cooling right after the first breath. And that's something that you can do often. And then, you know, if you want to think about cooling foods, you could do mint. You could do watermelon, cucumbers, you know, take a cold plunge, drink cold water. If you don't like just plain water, I love to do soda water. I actually have a soda stream in my house. It ensures that I drink more water in a day because I enjoy the bubbles. I enjoy the carbonation. It makes me drink more, and you still get your same water intake because it's just carbonated water. So, a great way to, you know, cool the body. So there's both sides of the fire, okay? And we're gonna work on some Qigong with the elements later, and you'll see more of that on my channel. Now, working with water, baths, whether they're cold baths or warm, hot bath, showers, drinking, you know, like I said, beverages, whether they're warm or cold, just flushing lots of water through you. Water will always be your best friend when you need to move energy. And a lot of you know this about me, but after a day's work, I take a bath. I do a bubble bath with my Epsom salt and you know, whatever else you want to put in there. Sometimes I put, you know, some essential oils from doTERRA, or even Young Living. I have a little bit of both. Whatever good company, just make sure it's a good quality topical essential oil before you use it. And, you know, always rinse off after the bath to get the salts off of you so you don't dry your skin out. But even just walking around bodies of water, whether it's a pond, a creek, a lake, the ocean, water is very known for the movement, right? And so, there's been days that have been like, I've had so much that I take 2 baths, one in the morning, one at night, because I know I've got a lot of energy to move through people that day, and I want to be on point, and I don't want it stuck in me. I want to be like Teflon and it send it on out, right? We're just moving it through, passing on by, right? Okay, so earth. Grounding, we talk about it all the time. How do we ground? Well, one way is to get into nature. Another is meditation. You can do active meditation, coloring, doodling, drawing, you know, walking, or, you know, you can have that silent, still meditation. I recommend both, honestly. Yeah, I tune in. That's where I get my messages, through meditation of what to talk about. Grounding down with people who have similar interests as you, especially healthy interest, right? Where you can actually talk about those things. Some other grounding, get barefoot. Feel that. Sit on your tailbone, on the earth, get in the grass, all those kind of good things. But simply, breath, stillness, or the active in nature, but getting into that calm place. And if you need to learn more about grounding and you're in the Huntsville area, we've got, a great meditation class on Saturdays at 2 a.m. at Bob Maker's Playground, or, do these videos that I put on here. That's an excellent way to get grounded. I'm always grounding my clients. You don't walk into a session of mine without getting grounded. I don't care what we're going to do, okay? Okay, other earthly things, playing with clay, playing in the dirt, just think about earthly things, right? Okay, and then metal. And so that one I was like, okay, what is my message for metal? And, there could be a lot more to this because, like I said, this just kind of came to me today and I just roll with it, right? And that's how intuition works. But with metal, I was like, it was like the light went off and I was like, well, our bodies are conduits, right? Water is a conduit, metal's a conduit, fire is a conduit. The earth, we use the earth, all together, right? We're on an electromagnetic grid, being grounded to the earth grid, all of that. Embodying all those other elements will give you the metal, right? Because then you're working with that electromagnetic energy and, wearing stuff like gold, jewelry, like, stones, working with stones, that are set into jewelry, wearing those, magnets, all that kind of stuff, okay? So, and if you have a pacemaker, something like that, obviously be careful with the metals, the magnets, stuff like that. You know what you're supposed to do. You've been taught, okay? But you get what I'm saying. Okay, so embodying the elements and embodying the faith, it's like I said, you are in your show me era. That's it. Show me. That's what you want to say to every single person and every situation around you. Your family, show me that you changed. Show me that you're getting better. Show me, your colleagues, show me what you're doing. Show me, whatever it is, relationships, show me. I'm not fighting. I'm not clawing. I'm standing here and I'm not moving. Show me what you want. Show me what you're up to. Show me the changes. Show me the faith, right? That's what we're talking about. So, just part of being human. Part of being a human is fear coming up, ego coming up. We all have it, it all comes up. But the best thing you can do is just drop that and walk away from it because it's all illusions anyway. It's devil energy. You don't want to be in that energy. We just transmute that. We slough it off. We say, not today. You stay in the light and you stay in those elements. You stay working on yourself, embodying all that goodness. Walking around, walk the walk. Don't just talk the talk. And show people again. And so, your realness. Show me your realness. That was one of the things, like, I would say the past few months, anytime I got on social media, and here's the thing, I'm all over social media. I've got just about an account everywhere. Now, am I as active on some things as I am on others? Absolutely not. Like, I'm barely on TikTok, but and I don't even know that I have any of this kind of stuff on there. I think it was just like live, whatever I was doing a few years ago. Who knows? Funny dance videos. It's definitely not under the concierge therapist, I can tell you that much. But, you know, I love social media. It's got its place. We connect all over the world, and I have found some excellent mentors, guides, just salt of the earth people from networking that way. And I love to get out there and network. If I like and see what you're doing on YouTube, I'm going to stop and I'm going to talk to you. And the next thing I'm going to do is probably ask you how to get a session. Because if you moved me that much, I want to know, I want to, you know, I want to exchange conversations. You know, we're only here in this lifetime, so use it. Use it. Don't be scared. Don't be timid. Sitting in the back seat, waiting your turn. Embody that faith. Remember who you are, and get out there and remember what you came here to do, and connect with those that are resonating with you, right? Because you can live in a big old town. You know, I live in Huntsville, Alabama. I love a lot of people here, but I don't know if I'm resonating with all of them. You know, some I am, some I'm not, some it's, you know, I mean, I'm not no putting anybody down. I mean, but I think the people that I most resonate are the people on YouTube that are, you know, California and, I don't know, Hawaii, and, you know, all these different places. They aren't here local, and that's my tribe, you know. But here's what I wanted to say to that. There is always good and bad to everything. But lately, when I have been getting on social media, the algorithms are so screwed up. Like, the good stuff is getting pushed down. And like, you might even notice if you're here, I probably have like 100 something followers. I developed this channel last year. I have not been consistent with it. I've been building a local business. I've been doing a lot locally in town. And so this is not, you know, all that I do, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not. I love the people who do YouTube and have been able to make that a career. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's amazing. But some of my stuff doesn't have a lot of views because I'm not a sellout. I have multiple people, emailing me, hey, let's fix your, SEO, or, you know, let's get your stuff looked at and everything. And I super appreciate them looking out and, you know, contacting me. I do. I'll change things as I wish in my time because I'm a really busy person. So I got to decide on, you know, where my energy's going and how much I have to prioritize. And right now, that's not my priority because I know through faith with God, the universe, myself, co-creation, that the videos that I put out are going to find the people that they're supposed to at the right time. And I'm not going to lower my blouse. I'm not going to, and I don't, again, not judging, that's just not my character. I've never been a low-cut blouse person, and so I'm not going to go do that to get more views because, to be honest, if I stepped out of my character and did that, I'm going to draw in the wrong people because they're going to be coming in on a different frequency towards sex sales, right? And they're not, and hey, that's a good way to catch people and intrigue them and turn them onto something new. However, that's also how you get a lot of that, like, just heckling, naysayer, whatever. And I don't have time, nor do I care to deal with those kind of people, right? Like, and neither should you. Okay. And so, the algorithms, people are having to put, change the way they put their topics, or, I don't know. I'm still sort of new to all the YouTube stuff, but whatever it is, you can you can always rest assured that I'm going to be truthful. I'm going to be in my true authenticity, being the highest form of myself that I can be for you when you come here to be with me and spend time with me and actually listen, you know, like I'm honored, you know, like honored. Like, let me lay out on the floor and bow, you know, because, you know, I don't do this to hear my own self speak. I don't do this to, you know, waste my breath or my oxygen. I do this for the people who really want it and that are here and that need it, right? You know? And so when I go on Instagram just to check in with my business through the week or Facebook, I swear to you, I mean, it's just, I'm bombarded. Like, I'm not even seeing my people really. I'm bombarded with just ish of ads, and like it's like a flood of like millions of people trying to sell me the same thing. They've just called it a different name, wrapped it in a different package, and like, if you can't be discerning that when somebody's talking about, we're going to get the cellulite off your ASS and we're going to build those glutes, and you can't tell that that is a completely different person's glutes on the picture in the left and a completely different person's glutes on the picture of the right, I don't know what to say to you. Maybe go ahead and buy that program and then find out the hard way, because again, I'm never going to be that person. I don't slam my clients and their very, very personal journeys, whether it's weight loss or smoking or this, that, and the other. I don't post them all over my stuff. Now, and again, I'm not judging the people that do, but I have done those programs of, you know, we're going to get you from point A to point B. And, you know, they're hard. Some programs out there are really good. I make my own programs, but I do my journey programs in a very compassionate, soft, and root problem way where we solve the root issue. We don't just, you know, power through and, you know, turn in from a type B personality to a type A personality to get a competition done, slim down, you know, and then as soon as that dangling carrot or, you know, as soon as the program's over, you just put all the weight right back on. You know, that's not fixing a root issue. It just put you in a state of stress, being what you're not, trying to get something that you wanted that's not sustainable. And so, you know, it's just annoying is the best word I can say for all those people who are just in your face. Let me sell you. Look at these results, and they're fake as can be. You can tell that it's been edited. You can tell it's not the same person, you know, all the AI stuff, this, that, and the other. And so, you know, fill it out. Is the image, is what you're watching grounded? Think about the people who are talking to you. Look at their body. And some of these people selling you stuff, they have never seen overweight a day in their life. They came out the womb nice and healthy. Their parents were fitness pros. They have been in fitness their entire life, and they don't have the first clue about overweight. And they're over here trying to sell people who've been overweight their whole life a package deal. And again, you're going to spend your money. You're going to work your butt off. You're gonna get high amounts of cortisol going, and then, you know, it's gonna drop off and you're gonna be right in the same boat. And so yeah, I'm just so sick of it, and that comes along with everything I'm talking about right now. Show me your true side. The truth. That's what we want. We're tired of this 5D or this 3D matrix bullcrap. If you have been trying to embody into that 5D out of the matrix, you are going to start being more and more discerning of all that. You can feel the frequency coming through the phone into your face and tell that it's bull. And you can, it's just another name, another number, next, keep sliding. And then after a while, you're in such overload of watching 20 people, sell you the same thing 20 different ways. They might have swapped up a little thing or two, and you don't know which to pick. You're overwhelmed. You've shut down. At this point, you might have taken to the bed and just like, I don't know, I'll try again tomorrow. And well, guess what? Tomorrow comes and you go out there the same way. It's going to come in the same way. Okay? So the point of me getting on that tangent, the point of me getting on that is just to say that if you want to be shown, be open to the truth. Be open to the truth. If you want to see the truth, be the truth. Embody the truth. And then you will be able to tell who's bull, who's not. Okay? All right. Let me make sure I've got everything from my notes here. That's it. All right, so 25 minutes. Let me check the time really quick because I have a class to teach at 6. So 1 second, give me 1 second. Okay, it's 4:58 here in Alabama. So Alabama, come on over, guys, get on in here. I feel like I'm gonna be saying that all day today. Okay, let's get into the hypnosis. And if you're driving, operating machinery, busy, can't get into a comfy state, recline back and still right now, just click off and come back when you can, okay? We'll be right here waiting on you. Okay. So if you are doing the hypnosis segment, go ahead and settle back. Put your feet up. A little water with you, whatever you need. This is going to be pretty quick. I'll give you just a second to do so. So we started with snow all over the ground, like I was dancing in the snow, twirling in the snow this morning, and now the sun's out, it's all gone. It's a beautiful sunny day out there. This Alabama weather this time of year, right? It's tornado season, unfortunately. So, everybody stay safe, whatever's going on out there in nature. Okay, I'm going to take it that everybody is settled back. All right, go ahead and close your eyes when you're ready. And we're going to do 3 deep breaths, but we're going to do them just like this right here. I want you to breathe in through the nose. And I want you to feel it going up. And then send it back down the back side of your body. Bring it through the thighs, through the perineum, up the pelvis. Bring it back up through the abs. Sort of a circular breath up through the lungs, through the throat, all the way up the nasal passages, and then back down again. And just keep that nice, slow, smooth circle of breathing going. As you release and let go. And so, always knowing that these breaths do signal it's time to go in. And I want you to draw attention to your feet. And we're just going to soften as you imagine, visualize, picture, pretend, or have the thought of grounding to the earth. And whatever solid support is there beneath you, holding you, whatever it may be. And just letting from your toes, all through the metatarsals of the feet, the heel, the ankles, just softening. And as you soften, imagine that a crystalline light is coming through the earth, like it almost just goes through a crack, just like the simplest blade of grass can just go right through a crack. And let that light come up through the earth and let it cleanse you and heal you and rejuvenate you and give you everything that you need right here, right now in this moment. And then we continue to take that softening through the ankles, and then let's take it through the front of the body, through your shins and your knees, all around your thighs, your hips, your pelvis, up to your belly and that solar plexus area that we always talk about, self-confidence, self-worth. I can, I will, I do. Heighten and brighten the color yellow. Bring in a splash of yellow. Imagine, visualize, picture, pretend, have the thought of, and let that yellow, let that golden yellow just grow and grow and grow and encompass your whole entire body. And that being that protective aura as you walk out into the world, being the highest form of yourself, setting examples of how to be the highest form of a human being in the most compassionate and non-judgmental way. And then bring all of that goodness up through your chest and all the intercostal muscles and your shoulders. And then let's just pause there for a moment as then we let all of that cleansing light come in through your fingertips. And your fingers, your hands, your forearms to elbows, upper arms back to the shoulders. And all the while all of this goodness is coming in, we're also pushing out the things that are no longer needed, right? And so fears, doubts, worries, illusions, obstacles, negativity, illness, injury, push it on down, tightness. The old you, past you, addictions, push it on down and embody the new you. Embodying the elements as you're working with the elements to create that temple of your highest form of temple that you can with your body, with your mind, with your spirit. And then bring that on through all of those little tiny neck muscles into the jaw, into the ears, up through your chin, your mouth, your cheeks, your nose, your eyes, your forehead, just softening all around. And see if those shoulders can drop from the ears just a little bit more. And then when you're ready, send that breath and that goodness all back on the crown of the head, down the scalp, down through the back of the neck. And landing right there at the base of the neck, right there at the shoulders, and then just smooth out the shoulder blades. And as we move from upper back to mid back to lower back, strengthening that spine with each and every breath. And as you strengthen that spine, you strengthen that core. And you get this nice balance on both sides of the body. Spinal fluid pumping nice and good. Taking the proper nutrients to the brain, and then down through the hips, down through the glutes, the backs of the thighs, the back of your knees, your calf muscles, down to your ankles, down to your feet and your toes. And then I want you to take one good last scan from head to toe. And so imagine, visualize, picture, pretend, have the thought of beautiful cleansing light just coming in through the crown of your head, and it's just scanning both sides of the body, all around the body, like almost like a tubular, circular tube coming down through you, just shooting through every crevice, every corner, pushing down all the things that do not serve you, all the old ways, for all the cycles are being broken or have been broken, wherever you are in your journey. And let's go as you push those on down into the earth like the good compost that they are. For that will cycle into something beautiful. And so when you're ready, I'm about to start counting backwards from 5 to 0. When I reach 0, you'll enter hypnotic sleep with your permission. And so now at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0, deep sleep. And so in this deeper state of sleep, we're opening up to all the positive in your life, letting go of the negative, right? It's gone and in the past, and you're more getting into that present moment. We're always looking to be in the future, even myself, moving to the future just as fast as you can. But don't forget that the journey is the best part about it. Yeah, the destination is great, but all those things that come along the way that you pick up, that are epiphanies, that are healing, that are success, that are progress, all of that goodness is all part of that thick journey that you just want to live in and get into that present moment and just sink into it. And being able to look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, you know what? I love you. Way too often, I am so hard on you. Sometimes I act like a military sergeant to you, and we got to do, and we got to go, and we got to get there, we got to perfect this, we got to heal that. But you know what? I guarantee you have come so far from the person you were a year ago, 10 years ago, but even more so than that, yesterday. It's amazing what kind of shifts can happen in 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute. Just being in a state of having the subconscious pull forward and doing something as healing as this, or Qigong, or Tai Chi, or any movement that moves energy through your body that keeps you progressing. But in that, enjoying that present moment and saying, I love you, I trust you. Sometimes I forget about just how good that I take care of you. Sometimes I blow my own mind at how I put back for you, for things for a rainy day. Sometimes I hide money in places. Sometimes I freeze a good meal. So, little things surprise you. Oftentimes, you will find like, oh my gosh, I show up for myself way better than I used to. And that's a good feeling. And so never is better to feel a present moment than to be in that energy right then, right there of, oh my gosh, look how far we have come. And congratulations, because you deserve all the flowers, all the crowns, all the goodness, all the best things of life, right? Yeah. And so getting into your day, you're looking in the mirror, I love you, all that good stuff. But remember, as you're putting on your clothes, to dress with intention. Get on the dark colors, put on some color, put on the colors that associate with whatever that you have been trying to embody more of. You want more solar plexus energy? Wear gold, wear yellow, right? You want to work on the heart? Wear green or pink. Or you want to work on the throat? Wear green. You get where I'm going with that. You got root issues? Wear red. So be intentional with the clothes that you wear and the food that you eat. Even think about the colors of food and make sure you're getting all the proper nutrients, right? Because when we're eating browns and yellows and whites, that's not where it's at. No, ma'am, no, sir. Get into all the colors, and enjoy all the colors of nutrition. Eating whole foods. So many people now turning away from Western medicine and finding ways to advocate for their own health, right? And so eating whole foods, getting the processed food out of the house, getting the sugars out of the house, more people using agave or honey or, just natural sweeteners. Sometimes I don't even, if I'm having some kind of fruit dish, sometimes I don't even put a sweetener. I don't even put honey. And you don't have to either. You can simply just enjoy the sweetness of what nature provides. And you can do that in all aspects of your life. And that's called gratitude. The sweet pleasures of life, whether it's the food that's on your table that you have the ability to bless and thank and set intention about how it's used in your body, because food is medicine and food is fuel. And if you will set those intentions, you'll find that you're eating cleaner, you're using more herbs, you're using more spices, you're perhaps even making a golden tea in the mornings with, cinnamon and apple cider vinegar and turmeric and ginger and clove and cayenne pepper and MTC oil, and setting the intention, knowing that every one of those things are doing something specific, healing for your body. Or maybe you drink some cool cucumber water to cool your body down, and knowing that there are nutrients in the cucumbers. And so not only the sweet moments of food, but the sweet moments of life, whether it be a person, a place, a thing, simply just going to a tulip farm or spending time with somebody that you truly love, or sending a message or receiving a message from somebody who perhaps is an earth angel in your life, and you've come to recognize that and realize it, and you don't talk all the time, but sometimes those sweet little messages are just really the fabric of life. Going back to doing things yourself, learning how to make whatever you need yourself, DIY all day, night, all day long. Getting away from the over-consumerism and realizing that you have the ability to create. And you can create so much when you just ground down and take the time and the appreciation and the faith and the trust in yourself. And so now when you do drink water, or you do have a nice meal, or you walk out into snow, it's not just seeing it for seeing it and then getting in the car and going. You see it. You're present in it. Maybe you stick out your tongue and let flakes fall. Maybe you twirl in the snow. Maybe you make a snow angel. Maybe you smell the rose as you walk by. Maybe you stop to find the bird singing in the tree. Maybe you hug the tree. Who knows? Maybe you were never a tree hugger ever in your life, and then you come up to the most beautiful, gorgeous, strongest vibrational redwood tree you've ever saw in your life. And for some reason, never before, but right now in this moment, all you can think about is how you want to wrap your arms. It's just as wide as you can around that big old redwood and feel it and breathe with it. and say thank you. Thank you for filtering out all the garbage that humanity puts here and giving me clean oxygen. And maybe the next time it rains, maybe you walk out into the rain and maybe you dance in it. Maybe you do ballet in it, or maybe you take your partner, the love of your life, and you just go out and slow dance in the rain, just pouring down on you. Or just sitting at the lake and watching the blue heron wait for its food in the right moment. Or maybe you watch the bee busy at work. You get where I'm going with those present moments that make up the fabric of our existence. We get so caught up in the matrix and the business, go, 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 gotta do this, boom, boom, knocked it down, set it up, knock it down, set it up, you know? Where is the time to live? Where is the time to appreciate? Where is the time for self-reflection, meditation? And if you have those things, that's great. Keep them up. And if you don't, I'm inviting you right here, right now, cordially inviting you to step into that and love yourself that much more today. And so, with that, I'm going to go quiet for just a second, just for a moment. And I want you to go within, take it deeper. And in your heart, I want you to say to yourself, I am the faith that I bring daily. I am the compassion. I am the respect. I am the happiness. I am the present moment. I am the fire, the water, the earth, the metal. I am truth. I am authentic. I don't settle for less. I am present. Let all of that settle in to every fiber of your being. To embody all of that goodness, mind, body, spirit. And now, we're going to slowly let those images fade into the background as we start to begin to come up and out. I'm going to start at 0, and when I count to 5, I reach 5, your eyes will open. You'll be wide awake and alert. Feeling a sense of renewal, a sense of peace, and a sense of present moment. And so, let's reinforce all of this goodness at 0. And then we come up at 1, with that cleansing inhale and release. 2, becoming aware of the place you are. 3, that renewed sense of well-being in that present moment. Remembering to remember who you are and what you came to do and to be in that present moment. And 4, a little bit more alert, wiggling your fingers and your toes. And now 5, eyes open, wide awake and alert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake and alert. Okay. So I love you all very much. If you ever need to reach out to me, you can find my info in the description. I'll be glad to work with you, and just shoot me an email. The website's in the description. Go to the website, fill out a consultation request. I'll send it to my email. I'll get back with you and we can go forward. It gets way more curtailed and personalized in the private sessions, right? Okay, well, with all that, I hope you have a wonderful day. If this video does somehow load before my class that's live here in just a little bit, come on back. I'll be right here in just a little bit teaching Qigong and Tai Chi. And I will see you next time. Much love. Bye.